Hi there, Johnny Contardo here. Hopefully you have watched my very first video, an introduction to me. If you haven't done that already, I highly recommend that you go there. If I'm not familiar to you in any way, I want you to go there. It gives you a chance to hear me talk about my life, where I've gone, my journeys in life. Bottom line, as far as singing is concerned, what I've done with my singing career. And it's really important that you watch that introduction video because it allows you to go to my websites and hear my voice and basically get a feeling of what I'm all about. This video is I'm going to talk to you about the course itself, vocal power. And I'm really excited about this because, like I said in the other video, it allows me to, because of the internet, it allows me to teach the world. And this is very exciting for me. If this takes off like I know it's going to take off for me, my wishful thinking is that I can actually teach young kids in China and have them translate my course to Chinese and to all languages, and that's why I'm so excited about this. Now, this is very important. I understand economics to a certain point. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize that it's really hard out there for a lot of people. And I wanted to, most important for me, along with of what I'm offering you, so you can be a singer to the best of your ability, what I'm offering, considering the way the economy is, I'm trying to make this as affordable as possible for everybody out there, because it is an ongoing course. And I want to give you an example of something. I said in the other video that I had taught students, and I'm still teaching students that have been with me 2, 3, 4 years, and their parents have invested a lot of money in them, and because they believe in them, and obviously, and they've spent thousands of dollars over that time with their children coming to me, on an ongoing basis, once a week. And it's expensive when you consider where we are today in this economy. With this course, for you, what I'm offering you is something that's going to be less expensive, and you're going to get the same content. Let's be honest here. If I have you one-on-one, that's the best way to teach. I'm being totally honest with you. This is the second best thing, and it's less expensive than me teaching you privately. And here's how it's going to work. It's going to be a subscription, a membership. It's going to be ongoing every month. You can take one lesson and decide that maybe this is not for you, and you can cancel, no problem. I hope, though, that when you get that first lesson, that you decide that this is something that you really want to do, and you want to commit to it. And I don't care what your level is. I really don't care. I don't care if you sing in the shower. I don't care if you do karaoke. I don't even care if you want to be a professional singer. It makes no difference to me, because the bottom line is that I'm going to make you a better singer regardless of what your capabilities are at that time. Regardless of your level, you will become a better singer if you take this course. And like I said, it's going to be a membership. It's going to be an ongoing process that we're going to have. And in the very first lesson, I talk about something that's very important, and I want to share it with you now. I tell all my students this, and by the way, when I teach this course, I'm going to teach it to you, the very first lesson, like I'm teaching somebody coming into my studio. If somebody was coming into my studio right now for the very first time, the way I would teach them is the way I'm going to teach you. exactly the same way. It's the only way to do it. And there's one thing that I think that's really, I don't want to say anything negative to other teachers that teach students how to sing, but I always felt that you'd be doing a disservice to somebody if you did not teach them what I consider the most important thing in singing. And that's the first thing I ask my students when they come in here. I say to them, first I ask them, why are you here? And they tell me, I want to sing, and this is what I want to do, and I want to be a singer someday. And then they talk about that a little bit. But then I get into the actual lesson itself, and I ask everybody this question. I'm going to ask you this question right now. What do you think the most important thing in singing is? Think about it for a second. So when I would ask my students for the very first time, coming to me for the very first time, what do you think the most important thing in singing is? And they would say to me, to sing? No. To be confident? I said, well, that's good to be confident, but no, it's not the most important thing in singing. The most important thing in singing, do you know what it is? I'm giving you a little more time. The most important thing in singing is breath control. When you can learn to control your breath, you can control your voice. Okay? It's the most important thing. And like I said earlier, if I did not teach you in the very first lesson breath control and how it works, we would be going ahead of ourselves. Yes, we're going to sing in the first lesson. We're going to get there. But in the first half of the lesson, we have to concentrate on breathing. I tell my students this all the time. 99% of the time when I ask you a question, I tell them this when I'm teaching them. 99% of the time when I ask you a question that has to do with your lesson, the answer is going to be breath control. Okay? 99% of the time. That's how important it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, and this is the most important thing, the hardest thing to teach is how the breath and the voice go together. You can come to me and you can stick out your stomach and I can go, oh yeah, you're doing breath control. Okay, and then you can start singing for me. But the connection, there's something missing in the middle. It's like when you put a plug in the wall. There's a disconnect, there's static, because you're not getting the connection between your body, your breath, and the voice. And how the voice actually looks down at the breath control and basically says, using this as an example, wow, thank you, man. You're giving me control here. I had no idea I could sing like this, because the body, the breath, is supporting the voice. The voice needs something to support it in its breath control. And I really, really concentrate on that on the very first lesson, and along with singing as well. And this is basically what this is going to be all about. We're going to cover breath control in these lessons. Every month you'll get a new lesson, and this is very important. If you stay with the course on a monthly basis, I'm never going to leave you. Well, you're going to have access to me all the time. In the very, very beginning, because I'm offering this now, you're actually going to have access to me. I'm going to give you my personal web address. You can also see other videos talking about voice that are also going to be included. And like I said, you can talk to me through email. Hopefully I can set up a chat where I can get a bunch of you online and we can chat about this. This is the important thing about this course. I'm not offering a course that a lot of people out there offer. They offer you all these books and they offer you all these CDs, and what happens? You go home, you spend $300, $400, $500, you take it home, you read the book, you go through the CD, and then that's it. Do you go back to it all the time? And even if you did go back to it, you're seeing the same stuff over and over again. This is a building process. You and I are going to have a relationship. As we go along, you're going to ask me questions about your voice. Why am I reaching? Why am I doing this? Why am I not getting the connection of the voice and the body? You're going to be asking me all this stuff. And as we go along, you're going to be improving that way. If I just sell you a CD, or sell you a video, and I'm on my way, What am I going to do? Am I going to gouge you and sell you another CD and another video? You're going to have to wait for that. When is it going to come? You're going to be stuck. With this course, it's ongoing. It's an ongoing course. You're never going to be stuck. I'm always going to be able to answer your question. And what's probably going to happen in the future is, as this course starts to become successful and I start to build this course and I get a lot of students, they're going to be asking similar questions. And I'll be able to be more specific about a question that a lot of you are asking me, and we can delve into that. And we can have a relationship. That's what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for a relationship with you. And I want to make it, like I said, as affordable as possible for you. And I'm very, very excited about this. Now, with this course, along with the obvious, we talked about breath control. After breath control, what comes is obviously the voice. Because people don't want to see you perform and look at your stomach. They're not there to listen to you breathe. They're there to hear you sing. They have no idea what's going on inside of your body, which allows you to sing the way I'm going to teach you. But that's why they're there. And I mentioned performance because in the future, once we establish, if we have this ongoing relationship together, in the future we can talk about microphone technique. We can talk about performance. Because, I'm still performing today, and I bring that to the table. I mean, you're talking to somebody who's been singing since the age of 6. I'm going to say this to you, and I hate to admit this. You can go to Wikipedia and you'll find out that I'm 60 years old as I speak to you. I was born in 1951. Been singing since the age of 6. That makes it 54 years that I have been singing. I know singing. They talk about there's 2 things you can be sure of, death and taxes. Well, yeah, I don't know about death yet, thank God. I certainly know about taxes, but you can add the voice to that. Death, taxes, and the voice. I know about the voice. I've been doing it all my life. And I want to give that to you. So, like I said, in the future we can talk about performance, but right now we want to get the basics down. We want to talk about breath control, the most important thing. Also, after breath control, as I was talking to you earlier about performance and people wanting to hear you sing, they don't want to hear you breathe. We're going to talk about, obviously, the placement of the voice. Once you understand breath control, you want to know, well, where do I place my voice? Where does it go? Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a teaser. If I brought a bunch of little kids into this studio, even adults, and I asked them to sing for me, and I got on the piano, and I started taking them higher and higher and higher, I will guarantee you that all of them, 100% of them, will think, if they haven't, if I haven't been teaching them, if they're new to this, as they sing higher, they're gonna be reaching like this, because they think in their head, if I have to sing higher, I have to reach this way. That's not how we sing. It's the opposite. We go down. The chin is down, the body, breath control, everything you do is down. And I'm going to show you diagrams along with actually doing it for you, so you'll understand it and you'll have clarity. But when we go high, we actually have to go down deeper. And I will teach you how to do that. But let's get back to placement. You have the breath control, and then where do we place the voice? We place the voice in this area here called the mask. All right, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm exaggerating because I'm actually trying to vibrate and resonate as much as I can, because the more you can resonate up here in the mask with the support from the body. And I told you the hardest thing to teach, I've been doing this for 22 years, the hardest thing to teach is how the body, the breath, and the mask, where all the resonance and the richness is, where your voice comes out, how the two are connected and are one together. Hardest thing to do. It takes some students years to do this, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, here's the deal. If you're more advanced than somebody else, obviously you're going to get this course quicker. But, that's how life is. If you're a baseball player and you're really good at playing baseball and you really know how to hit that ball, one of the hardest things to do is to hit a fastball. And if you can actually hit a fastball, as opposed to some kid who can't but wants to learn how to do it, you're going to be that further along. And it's going to be easier to teach you. And I will know I will know what your level is based on you communicating with me, every week, anytime you want. You can just call me, we can communicate, and we can talk about what we've been doing. We can make those adjustments, and we can go from there. So, that's the deal. Hopefully, like I said, you've watched my first video, which is my introduction to you, talking about me, what my life, listening to my voice, and hopefully realizing that I'm competent at what I'm doing. And this video was all about the course. I hope I've given you enough information about it. And feel free, please, go to the site. And you're on the site now because you're watching this video. But leave your name, leave your email address. And you can even ask me questions now, and if I have time, I'll answer them for you. If you have anything that you want to know about the course, you'll be able to see more on this site about how it's actually structured. Okay, so I hope I've answered all your questions about this. I hope you feel comfortable about this. I hope you want to take this journey with me. It's going to be an incredible journey. You're going to be, your singing is going to be, you're going to be a stronger singer. You're going to be able to sing lower. You're going to be able to sing higher. You're going to have more richness in your voice. You're going to have more conviction in your voice. And as a result of having that knowledge, having that understanding, you're going to have more confidence. You're going to want to get up there. You're going to want to get up there with your friends and sing and have a good time. And you may want to do this as a profession. And like I said, we can talk in the future about performance. We can also talk about, agents and how to get agents and what to look out for in the business, what the good part of the business, the negative part of the business. I can cut to the chase and save you so much time as far as that's concerned. I know I'm jumping ahead, but I just want you to know what I have to offer you in the future, along with the obvious, which is to build your voice. That's why you're here right now. Let's build your voice. Let's have a relationship together. Let's get started with vocal power to make you the best that you can be. Okay? Thank you. I look forward to talking to you in the near future. Bye now.